What up? What up? What up? What up? What up? What up? What's good, people? What is up? What is that? They went from the fourth level of hell and sent us down to the seventh level of hell. Why? Because then you got Kwanzaa pulling out her titties. The whore pulled out her titties. And these whore bags over here started feeling and fondling on her tits. What?
I don't have it to do with you. Girl, you can go over there, rant and rave. Girl, you can shake all your rainbow bright hair all you want, dear one. I'm not doing this. I'm not doing this with you, dear one. I'm not doing this with you, dear one. I don't have nothing to do with you, and I'm done. Baby, you can scream my name from the rooftops from now till Jesus come back. I'm done after this.
Introduced to Tick's meat. Do you see what I see? Did y'all really hello, casting, wardrobe, y'all let him roll up out of wardrobe with these fans on, giving us all of this, thinking we were not going to see it? We have been waiting with bated breath and anticipating all season long for the slightest glimpse, and y'all just put it out there this episode in all of its magnificent glory.
Listen, that young man said, baby, you ate on this first date, you giving up the cooch on the first date, okay? Well, you gonna run me my coins. Run me my cooch or run me my coins. Run me my cooch or run me my coins. Run me my cooch or run me my coins. That's our new theme song. That is the new song. Listen, somebody need to put a beat to that. Run me my cooch or run me my coins. Run me my cooch or run me my coins. That's what y'all got going on.
Called out Sandcastle. Sand, bitch. Ow. Oh my God, it was so funny, girl. Woo, baby, listen, let me tell you something. This shit started to turn into the precursor for some gay porn. That's what I thought it was. Because Big T is getting all, the voice starting to go deeper and get a little more wet and moist and sentimental and all this shit. And it was real gay at this point. Like, I thought the bitches was going to start. I thought Lil Murder was going to turn Big T around and do him like he did Uncle Cliff and do the grease it up with City Lou and ran right in there. It's not a coincidence that Big T started off the conversation by trying to find out if Lil Murder was fucking Mercedes, which he found out he's not. It's also not a coincidence that he would start talking about prison. Why? Because the bitches was probably fucking in prison. Girl. Uncle Cliff, you better go get your man. Big T got plans for that. Well, he had it on look like something Big Bird vomited up or something like that. Like, I did not like it. That Big Bird couture he was going for, it did not work. Like the pastor of a gay mega church on Easter Sunday. Okay, it was way too much sequins. He had on way too much makeup. Baby, his face looked like Iyanla Vanzant's neckline. Okay, just way too much makeup clumped in everywhere on his face. Get it together, sweetheart. Like, you're a big girl, so that gives you a whole lot of canvas. So that was a whole lot of makeup, honey. Yeah. Rico looked like he was auditioning to be one of the three kings, or he was auditioning to be the main character on Jesus Christ Superstar. Girl, Wayne, did you have on a blue thong or a blue G-string or something? If you did, I want to see it. Get me up in my DMs, I do want to see if you have a blue thong or a blue, jock strap or something like that. I'd love to see it too. Anyway, but I liked it with the turtleneck. Now, Troy. Well, hello, people. Hello. It is my hope that you're having a terrific Tuesday. How is your Tuesday going? Mine is okay. Here's my question to our dear friend, Miss Mother Nature. Hey, boo. Why did I wake up this morning, Mother Nature, and it was in the 40s? Explain that to me, ma'am. It's over. Hold on, y'all. I had a slight headache earlier. I got rid of it, but I know sometimes these lights shining in my face, sometimes they make my head hurt too, so I'm trying to circumvent another headache. But y'all, why I woke up to the 40s today, okay? Why did I wake up to the 40s? A mess. A whole ass goddamn mess. Just a damn mess. Just a damn mess. Why? Let it go. Anyway, hold on, y'all. Let me share this out real fast. I ain't even posted on the community wall yet. Hold your line. Uh-huh. Okay. All right, there's the community wall. Let me post on the members only chat. All right, let's do this. Uh, let's do this. All right. There's the members only chat. And now let's post it to Bluesky, and then we'll be ready to get this party started, okay? All right. Hold on. Almost there, y'all. Almost there. Let me do my hashtags. All right. Uh-huh. All right. There we go. Let me get my life in order. Get my chair right. All right. We're ready to go. What's going on, y'all? What is up? What is up? I apologize. Let me get everything up and functional. I don't know if green works today because I got on pink today. So since I got on pink, let's try to get some pink. There we go. There goes some pink. Okay. Um, is that close to the? That's not really close to the pink, but that's just gonna have to go for today. Anyway, let me say hey to y'all. Listen, the dossier today is not real packed. Yesterday's dossier was real packed. Today's dossier is not that packed, which is dangerous as hell. Y'all know how this goes. Whenever I say, oh, the dossier is not that packed today, shit comes off the rails. We end up going way longer than we supposed to go. And it just ends up being out of order. So we just pray my strength in the Lord today that we get through this in a decent time. Let me say hey to everybody. Hey, Terrence, you are first. You are the first pupil in class. What's good, bruh? Harold, Harold, Harold. Hey, 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 hey. Now, where was you at, Harold? Because we was looking for you yesterday when we started talking about Kenya. You was gone. You was gone. Don't worry, we got to drag her again today. She ain't shit. That every time that whore opens her mouth, she some shit fall out of it. She ain't shit. Anyway, hey Tracy W. Hey Demetria. Cha. But yes, Harold, you be skipping class a lot, Harold. The people be looking for you, Harold, and you be skipping my class. Hey Demetria Boo, how you doing? Miss Cookie Ray, how are you today? Hey Catherine Powell. Hey Opal, yes, Opal, you caught it live today, and we are glad to have you here. What's going on? Hey, it's always sunny. How you doing? Tacos and tequila. What is up? What is up, tacos and tequila? Let me try to plug this up. I damn sure need to charge this. Hey, crazy homebody girl, you all right today? Is the DMV treating you good today? Was it in the 40s for y'all over there too? Crazy homebody girl, because it was in the 40s here. Hey, Universal Goddess, how you doing today? That's one of my Haitian princesses. Brittany Janae, you all right? You good? Hey. Montrez, what's good, bruh? It's 49 and feels like 45. Well, at least it did get up to 60, but it was like 45 when I got up. Child. Child. I be sick of when that cold come down. It be April and May, and you got 40s. Let it go. Winter is over. You had your time. You had your opportunity. Bitch, you fucked us up this winter. But it's over. Let it go. I might even go with you, Mother Nature, if you wanted to do that maybe in let's say if you wanted to do that maybe in okay, I like it that way better. In March, I might go along with you. But we in April. Ma'am, this shit is over. Winter is gone. Let it go. Anyway, hey Tamara, what's going on, boo? Janae, what's going on, sweetheart? Mm-hmm. You woke up to the 40 child. Just a mess. They are having a custody battle. That's how people get sick. That and all of this damn pollen every damn where. Shit. Not you in a thick cable knit sweater. Child, that sound like it's real. Oh, now you might make me go order a cable knit sweater. That sounds real warm. Hey, Tanya Boo. That's my boo there right there, y'all. Tanya, that is my boo. I got you said just a damn mess. Cause it do. Be a damn mess. Shit. Child. Hey, Cymera, what's going on, sweetheart? Child. Child. Cymera, we all just trying to regulate our sugar levels. You shaking the table today? You ain't wrong, Demetria. Shake it, honey. Shake it. Hey, Savon, what's going on? Now look at here. Now look at who we have here. Now where the hell you been? Because you been skipping my class, sir. You done been absent for the last how many days? Where the hell you been? Y'all see what we got going on here? Speaking of skipping my class. Hey, Angela. Angela, I'm not going to make y'all late to really be class. I'm not. At least I'm going to try not to. My goal is not to. But we may need to come up here and talk Kenya more some more. I may have to drop the link. Let me drop it now so the hall monitors can have it up front. So when we do get to Kenya Moore and somebody may want to come up. Hall monitors, there's the link in case you need to drop it later. Listen. Oh, Jesus God. It's cold in the DMV. It's so cold in the D. How the fuck we supposed to keep peace? It's all on the niggas by murking at the time. It's so cold in the D. It's freezing. It's freezing. It's freezing. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm over here. Just cloudy, y'all. Speaking of skipping my class, hey Xavier. Well, where the hell you been, Xavier? Skipping my class. It's supposed to drop it down to 30 tonight. Wait, I ain't know that, Tanya. Oh, girl. Tanya. Tanya, don't play like that, Tanya. It is supposed to get down to the 30s tonight. Oh, girl. You know what? You know what? I mean, it's 60 right now. It got up to 60, but it's supposed to get down to 38 tonight. I'm not here for this. Not. Child. Mother Nature, can it, honey. We tired. Hey, Sharice Boo. How How's California? It's one of my Cali girls over there, Sharice. No, first of all, Harold, don't try to act like you waited till we talked about Kenya Moore and left. Harold, you left after like the first 30 minutes. By 5:30, Harold, you was gone. You was gone. Don't try to act like you stayed around and like you wasn't gone already. Harold. We be watching Harold. Anyway, see, look at this. Now look at here. Now he got the now he got to rub it in that they over there in the 80s and we over here cold as hell. Hey, Ravine. Child. You drink Coke, Hennessy, Henny and Coke to calm your nerves? You ain't wrong. Child, you say these medical, they ain't gonna learn themselves, honey. You better go study, honey. You was here yesterday. Oh, yeah, you was cutting up. You know, I have to check on you, Ronald. You be over there trying to be somebody's trade. Child. Hey, Lock Queen. What's going on, sweetheart? It's hot. It's 2 ball sacks in Cali. Child. Look at all these Cali people just rubbing it in our face. That is hot as hell over there. Hey, Spicy Original. Hey, Gabby. Gabby just rubbing it in our face. You're not finna argue. I don't argue. I just state facts, Harold, okay? Child, I'm not here to argue. I argued enough with y'all people. Back in the day, season 5 of Potomac, of Potomac, I was here for the argument. Baby, we used to be in them comments going in. Do you hear me? I used to put my review up, and baby, we would be in that comment section going the fuck in on season 5 of Potomac. Baby, I don't have it to do. I don't. You in Alabama trying to thaw out, baby. It's supposed to get cold, Demetria. It's supposed to get cold. China, why I don't even want to know how cold it is up there in the D. It's so cold in the D. How the fuck we supposed to keep peace? It's all in a nigga murky that do a time. It's so cold in the D. I'm sorry. Child, Spicy Original, you was here during that when they used to be lighting me up in the comment section, and I'll be lighting their ass right back on up. Child. Cure. Hey, Jay Parrish. Anyway, if y'all ready to get this party started, go ahead and put a shondo in the chat for me, please and thank you. Please and thank you. Cha. Cure. Cha. Cure. All right, it look like we ready to get this party started. Hey, Pinky Tiki. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, non-binary, gender-conforming members of our audience, oh yes, it is time for me to bring out the late, great Larry Myers. Larry, we ready. Whenever I say that, I think about one of my exes. I have an ex named Larry. I might have to give y'all a Larry story one of these good old days, but that's one of my exes. Anyway, I bring to you the late, great Larry Myers to help us usher in our Sugar Spike segment.
You see, this is the part that I like.
Major Sugar Spike.
So I want to fight. that he gave his only begotten son.
Major sugar spike.
And shall ever believe
Major sugar spike.
they shall not perish, but have everlasting life.
Taste the biscuit.
Jesus. Y'all know what is so funny? Somebody asked me to say major sugar spikes like that for them, and I just can't say it like that anymore. I used to say it all the time, but I just can't get it quite like that video where I was like major sugar spikes. I just can't get it like that video. I don't know. Anyway, not your niece's sperm donor name is Larry. Child, don't get me started on them Larrys. They ain't shit. Anyway, so we start off today with some not so good news, and you all may have family, friends, or loved ones that may or may not be indirectly affected by this. Where's the freaking dossier, L Teddy? Where the hell is the damn dossier? There it is. I didn't even have the dossier up. So, in the Dominican Republic, there's a tragic story there. At least 44 people are dead, including a governor and a former MLB player, after the roof of a Santo Domingo nightclub collapsed early this morning. And that's according to the Dominican Republic police. There is a video that shows when the roof collapsed, and it's a tragic video, tragedy all around. It's not yet clear what caused the roof of the Jet Set nightclub, a renowned nightclub in the National District, to collapse, but owners of the business said in a statement that they are fully and transparently cooperating with the relevant authorities to assist victims and clarify what happened. Now, Ruby Perez, who's a merengue singer, was performing, and as he was performing, that's when the stage collapsed. Like I said, there's a video, you can see him performing, and then you just see it just it's bad. It was pretty bad. We certainly are praying for the family of the victims. In normal situations like this, our raggedy ass country may send somebody over there to help with this devastation and to help them, send people over there to help. But living in Donald Trump's America, we probably ain't gonna send nobody over there because we don't give a damn about humanity anymore. We ain't shit. So then there's that. Hey, precious jewel. So, but we certainly I have not gotten any news yet if there are any of the philanthropic charitable organizations that are taking donations yet. Excuse me. I'm sure that is probably going to be forthcoming, but certainly as that information comes out, I'll see what I can do to get that to you. But if you would like to or want to donate to those organizations, you can, because that is a lot of devastation over there. And I know there's a lot of people living here in the United States that are Dominican, that are of Dominican descent, and may have relatives and loved ones still living in Dominican Republic. Hey, Tarshell. Hey, Uncle Jay. So we're certainly praying for the people over in the Dominican Republic. In more sugar spiky news, I should tell you, we are having Red, Blue, and Black. We do have a lot to discuss on Red, Blue, and Black. I know I'm going to spike the fuck out tonight on Red, Blue, and Black because SCOTUS is just out of order. The Supreme Court at this point is just out of order. I mean, come back at 8:30 tonight for Red, Blue, and Black. We have a lot to discuss and a lot to talk about. Me and Cams and y'all. So be back around here at 8:30 Eastern for Red, Blue, and Black tonight as we discuss your president. That right under normal circumstances, tears, but now we just don't give a damn. In more sugar spiky news, the Biden administration finds itself under scrutiny. They're facing the Biden administration is facing accusations that it hid information indicating 7 service members who may have contracted COVID-19 in Wuhan, China, as early as October of 2019. The findings come in a previously undisclosed report from December of 2022. The report stated that 7 service members experienced COVID-19 like symptoms after the 2019 military games. Republican Senator Joni Ernst criticized the Biden administration for failing to disclose the information. The report from the Office of the Undersecretary of Defense for Personnel and Readiness said the military members became sick with COVID-19 like symptoms after returning to the United States from the World Military Games in Wuhan. It said the 7 people experienced symptoms from October 18th, 2019 through January 21st, 2020. However, the report notes that these symptoms may have been from other respiratory illnesses, and all service members were symptom-free in less than a week. Now, even though this happened under Trump's administration, the report came out during the Biden administration, and what they're saying is the Biden administration had a responsibility to let it be known that these service members had the disease, had the disease then, so they can get closer to seeing how the disease spread, and other pertinent information that will help for not just COVID-19, the virus, but other viruses as well. So even though this was during the Trump administration, they're going to find a way to blame the Biden administration. Now, the Biden administration, this is unforced error. I mean, something like this you easily put out. You say, hey, we had service members that were over in Wuhan, China in 2019 during the previous administration. That's what you stress during the previous administration. That's an unforced error. That's an unforced error. Hey, Jason, what's good, bruh? Nessa! What's going on, Nessa? I've been missing you, boo. How you been lately? Yeah, you have been skipping my class lately, Nessa. That's another one of my Haitian princesses. Sac passe. Well, the problem is, Janae, when they did find out, they didn't say anything. Not woo-ha got you all in check. Not woo-ha, Wuhan. Woo-ha got you all in check. Child, that was a song. Child, hip hop back then was, listen, it was a time to be alive back then. When songs like that was coming out, baby, it was a time to be alive. All right, and in more sugar spiky news, the Trump administration plans to fine migrants under deportation orders up to $998 a day if they fail to leave the United States, and to seize their property if they do not pay, according to documents reviewed by Reuters. The fines stem from a 1996 law that was enforced for the first time in 2018 during Donald Trump's first term in office. The Trump administration plans to apply the penalties retroactively for up to 5 years, which could result in fines of more than $1 million. And that's according to a senior Trump official requesting anonymity to discuss non-public plans. The Trump administration is considering seizing the property of immigrants who do not pay fines, according to the government emails reviewed by Reuters. In response to questions from Reuters, U.S. Department of Homeland Security spokesperson Tricia McLaughlin said in a statement that immigrants in the U.S. illegally should use a mobile app formerly known as CBP One, rebranded as CBP Home under Trump, to self-deport and leave the country now. She went on to say, quote, if they don't, they will face the consequences. This includes a fine of $998 per day for every day that the illegal alien overstayed their final deportation order. End of quote. But here's my question. So you're going to retroactively assess these fines, right? For up to 5 years, which could basically $1,000 a day for the previous 5 years, which would be over $1 million. Where do you think these people gonna get this money from? I'm just, that's a real question. This is nothing to do with the money. Let's be clear. This has not a damn thing to do with the money. This has everything to do with the cruelty of the situation, because you know good and damn well these people won't have that kind of money. You talking about seizing property. Aren't you deporting them anyway? So doesn't that mean y'all going to seize the property anyway? Like if you are deporting these people, sending them to prisons across the southern hemisphere, aren't you going to end up seizing their property anyway? Now, what the cruelty of this is this. They are deporting or arresting undocumented migrants, and their children who were born here are then left to pick up the pieces because they can't, because they are actual citizens. They can't deport them, so they deport their children. The children have to maybe living in these homes and may need that car, that home, and the other property or assets that this undocumented migrant may have. And so now you deport their parents, and to add insult to injury, you seize their homes, cars, and other assets and tell them to go live on the streets. Well, they're trying to, Xavier. They are trying to. Legally, they can't. But now, and we'll get to this tonight. When I lose my mind going in on SCOTUS, my thing is this: if the Supreme Court basically said, "Oh, y'all messed up and deported the wrong person," don't worry about bringing them back. Yeah, it's all right. So now that y'all have open season on that, who's to say you're not going to do that? How many more times are people going to be illegally deported through administrative errors? And they say, "Oh, my bad. We can't get them back. It's too late." Now, we're paying El Salvador $6 million a year to house these people. We're paying them $6 million a year. You mean if we're paying you to keep these people, we can't say give us the people back? That's not how that works. We'll discuss more of this tonight because I'm going to spike out. But I'm just telling you. So now it's not enough that you're embarrassing these people, you're deporting these people, you're doing all of these horrible things, disrupting their family, and so forth, sending them back in harm's way in some of these prisons that you are doing. Now it's the cruelty of it all to say, yeah, you owe us X amount of dollars. Let me move on. In more sugar spiky news, let's travel over to the great state of North Carolina. So if you don't live in the great state of North Carolina, you may not be aware of everything going on in the great state of North Carolina. So in the great state of North Carolina, I was just there this past weekend. There was a Supreme Court seat that was up for election this past November. The election was had. It was a very close race. But they declared the woman on the left, her name is Allison Riggs. Now, Allison Riggs was already on the North Carolina Supreme Court, but she was running to be reelected to her position on the North Carolina Supreme Court. The gentleman on the right is Judge Jefferson Griffin, who is a Republican, and he's on the court. He's currently sits on the North Carolina Court of Appeals and wanted to move up to the Supreme Court. He ran against Allison Riggs, North Carolina Supreme Court Justice Allison Riggs. Now, there have been several recounts in this race. When I looked up the information on all of the recounts, the largest margin of victory, I think, was like 700 and some odd votes, between 700 and 800 votes. But they've had about 5 recounts. All of the recounts that have happened, Allison Riggs, the Democrat, has won. However, dude on the right and Republicans in the state don't want to let the shit go. Refuse to let it let it go. So Mr. Griffin, he says that 60,000 ballots are not valid because they lack information such as driver's license or social security numbers. So he's saying that those ballots should be tossed out. He has sued to have those ballots tossed out in a case, Jefferson Griffin versus the Board of Elections. Now, last week, the North Carolina Court of Appeals ruled that the 60,000 voters would have to reprove their voter registration in order for their vote to be counted. So the North Carolina Court of Appeals came back and said all of these 60,000 people are going to have to reprove their voter registration in order for their vote to be counted. Mind you, they're not sending letters out to these people. They're just putting they're putting a notice on the website of the Board of Elections that all of the people in these voter precincts need to reprove their voter registration. So that came down from the North Carolina Court of Appeals, because basically they're trying to rig and steal this election. You see what's happening here, right? But now Allison Riggs, her lawyers, of course, appealed to the North Carolina Supreme Court. The North Carolina Supreme Court did temporarily block the ruling that came down last week from the Court of Appeals that said that these 60,000 people needed to reprove their voter registration. Now, this temporary block is just a stay until the North Carolina Supreme Court makes a final adjudication on this, and they can make the determination if the people will or will not have their votes counted. Now, we know good and damn well this is North Carolina, and North Carolina is good for this. We did a case 2 years ago in 2023 with North Carolina with voter and elections over there from the 2022 elections. So what's going to end up happening is, if the North Carolina Supreme Court, however the North Carolina Supreme Court rules, I can promise you they're going to appeal this to the U.S. Supreme Court. Remember, North Carolina had that case in the U.S. Supreme Court with their gerrymandering as well, and we went through that case last year as well. So North Carolina is not opposed to going all the way to the Supreme Court. So that's the update. So that is the story of what's happening here. It's always Sunny said, I had to check my sister's vote to be sure hers wasn't in the 60,000 votes being challenged. And what's so sad is it's not like they're sending mailing letters out to these people letting them know. You just got to go and check to see on the election Board of Elections website and stuff like that if you fall within the precincts that need to reprove your vote. This is why, if y'all have heard me, I said periodically, I told y'all a couple weeks ago, set a reminder on your phone, on your calendar, on your Google Calendar or whatever calendar you use to remind yourself once a month, go in and just check your voter registration. Make sure you haven't been purged without your knowledge. Just go in, just randomly, once a month. You might say, I'm doing it on the 15th of every month. Go in and check your voter registration, because a lot of these states, especially in these red states, are purging people from the rolls unbeknownst to them. People show up at the election, at their polling place for some of these special elections that we have coming up. People show up and find out that they're not registered. So please go and look at this. But we see what the Republicans are doing right now. Don't remind me of hanging chads. I voted. That was literally my first presidential election. I voted in the 2000 presidential election. That was my first presidential election I was able to vote in Florida. I was in Tallahassee, and they told us, I was a college student, they told me my vote wouldn't count because I wasn't in, because that was Tallahassee was a red area back then. It was real red. And they told me my vote would not count because I had to go and drive 7 hours down to Miami-Dade County in order for my vote to count. A mess. But yeah, so we'll monitor this situation. Candace F says Virginia purges you off if you don't vote in federal elections for 2 years. There it is. And several states have laws on the books like that. So please just go and check. Just go and check. So, I did vote for Al Gore. I did. Anyway, in more sugar spiky news, let's travel over to the great state of Georgia. So, Georgia's Republican governor, Brian Kemp, on Friday signed the Restoration of Freedom Act, which critics believe will permit discrimination against the LGBTQ plus community under the guise of religious freedom. The new law, Senate Bill 36, entitled the Restoration of Religious Freedom Act, purports to protect religious freedom for Georgians by mandating the state government, quote, shall not substantially burden a person's exercise of religion, even if the burden results from a rule of general applicability. end of quote, except in rare case instances. What that means is if you feel like you don't want to do it because it's against your religion, even if it's something like marrying someone, even if it's something like, oh, I'm working at this restaurant and you come in to get some food, but I see that you there with your gay lover, and I don't believe in that. I don't have to serve you. Now, what I find funny is they love these religious uh 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 liberties when it fits their narrative. What if an owner of a place was Islamic, practice Islam, and said that according to his religion, women should not have their heads uncovered and refused to serve women that came in this restaurant that whose heads were not covered? White people would lose their fucking minds. However, when they want to wield their religious, superiority against members of the LGBTQ plus community, then they have no problems doing that. Hey, Quake. Hey, DPG. This is what happens. What this is open season. And please be clear, it's not going to stop with the LGBTQ plus community. There are religious zealots that believe that black people and white people should not be married. And people back in the day would find laws to justify why black and white people should not be married. Hell, members of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, many Mormons believe that black people are cursed, that your black skin is a curse because you are descendant of Cain, and that's a curse from God for your black skin, you having darker skin. That's what the Mormon Church believes. Like, where do we stop? Because now what you're saying is people have the right to exercise their religious beliefs, even if it infringes on my rights and freedoms. I don't have a problem with you having whatever religious belief you have. Baby, do you? I can't tell you what to believe and what to do. But what I can tell you is whatever you believe should not infringe upon my rights. Oh, yeah, Janae. Oh, yeah, because they pick and choose. It's whichever one fits their narrative at the time. Well, you got to talk to the Mormon church. Now, the Mormon church believes that black people are descended from Cain. That is Baptist people and evangelicals that believe that black people were descended from Ham. And they said that they are cursed because Ham saw Noah naked laying in a bed after he got drunk. And because Ham looked at Noah's naked body, then his whole lineage was cursed. Even though if you read the Bible correctly, it explicitly says that black people are not descendants of Ham. But this is happening in Georgia. I listen. While many members of our Rainbow Coalition compound have their heads stuck in the sand and act like they don't have nothing to do with politics, don't want to know what's going on in the government, these things are happening. And there's there's a huge gay community in the great state of Georgia. I don't know what y'all want from me. I just report the news. That's it. That's all. Moving on. In our latest case of backpedaling and pussy popping, so yesterday we reported on the fact that they had removed Harriet Tubman from the webpage on the Underground Railroad that was on the National Park Service's webpage. Well, magically, they restored it. A spokesperson for the National Park Service said, quote, changes to the Underground Railroad page on the National Park Service's websites were made without approval from NPS leadership nor department leadership. The web page was immediately restored to its original content. End of quote. Y'all just really think we just stupid as fuck. Like, do y'all really expect us to believe that the website of a national entity, the National Park Service website, was magically hacked and changed, and all they happened to do was take down Harriet Tubman? Didn't take down anything. They just said, oh, the hacker just came on and said, oh, we just here for Harriet. We got beef and smoke for our girl. That's y'all girl, Minty. Minty is y'all girl. We don't like her. We don't like Minty. We taking her down. Araminta Ross, better known as Harriet Tubman, is not, I'm not going to say she's rolling over in her grave because she don't give a damn about y'all people. That woman is sitting on the ancestral plains in heaven without a care in the world. Okay? So I'm not going to say she's rolling over in her grave, but what we as we who call her our our ancestors, what we're not going to do is let you bitches lie to us. No, not going to do it. Can't do it, won't do it. But here we are. Here we are. In more sugar spiky news, yes, that is Governor Hot Wheels. Governor Hot Wheels, Governor Greg Abbott of the great state of Texas, he announced today that November 4th will be the special election to fill the seat left by Representative Sylvester Turner after his untimely death last month. Let me get this right, Greg Abbott. Last time I checked, right, elections are the responsibility of the state, right? And I saw you yesterday ranting and raving and blathering and bloviating about how Harris County had failed elections over and over and over and over again. Really? Are they failed just because they don't vote the way you want them to vote? Because last time we checked, there was no voter fraud in the great county of Harris. Okay? But you're around here purporting that in your state that you're the leader of, meaning all of this is under your purview, they've been doing they've been having bad elections over for years and years and years and years. And you've been governor for many years now. So you just have let that just had no control, no institutional control over these quote unquote bad elections that they've been having in Harris County all these years. And you just let them run rampant, right? Please believe this is the great state of Texas. If that was going on, there would have been laws in place a long time ago. Y'all already gerrymandered the districts down to Texas. Remember that? Remember all of those purple districts that there was in southern Texas that y'all gerrymandered to make sure that they were every purple district turned red, and then there ended up being fewer blue districts. Remember, y'all gerrymandered your electoral map to look that way, and now y'all still got a problem. Not enough that you are wholesalely in charge of elections. Not enough that you gerrymandered districts that had either turned purple or were on the precipice of turning purple. Not enough that you turned all of those red, but now you want to accuse election officials down in southern Texas of somehow failing at elections. And now you're going to have that seat vacant all this time. Why? Because that's a Democratic seat in Congress. We're not stupid. We are not stupid. We know that the last thing you want to do is fill that seat with another Democrat, which is going to happen. This is fucking Harris County. So you know full well that that's going to go to a Democrat. But what you want is you want the Democratic caucus to have one less seat, because you have a razor thin majority in Congress. So as opposed to doing this as quickly as you can, you decided to let it, just play out. You ain't shit. I keep telling y'all, somebody need to go and get that vat of Crisco oil and line that wheelchair ramp down to Austin, Texas, governor's mansion, and just push his ass down. I'm just telling you. I'm waiting for y'all to go get that vat of Crisco oil. He's a pariah. He is a pariah. I just can't with these people. I'm telling you, I don't know how. I don't know how y'all do it in the great state of Texas. I just don't. This man right here is vile. There are no redeeming qualities about this man. No redeeming qualities about this man. None. None. Let me move on before I spike out. Well, here we are yet again. Here we are. Hey, L Love. Here we are. Here the fuck we are. Here's the first audio.
What happened is that Britt made a comment at the end of last week's episode, like, I have a gun and a whip or something like that.
I saw that.
And on this week's episode, they all said to Britt that you can't say that shit. And she was like, yeah, you're right. Whatever. She shows up to Kenya's opening of her gorgeous salon, which is beautiful, that Kenya has worked so hard on, that she dedicated to her daughter. And it's this big event, opening it with all these people there. And Britt comes in and brings her flowers and says, I want to apologize to you, and a note. And Kenya totally ignores her, like totally. And Britt's like, okay, I'm just going to leave these here. And Britt leaves. And then Kenya gets up and makes her whole opening about someone came after me and they shouldn't have. And I started looking into who this woman is, and this is who she is. And she starts showing pictures of her.
With like poster board that she printed
out. And this is like
one of the pictures is
revenge porn type.
Yes.
Okay.
One of the pictures is her
like, oral sexing.
Yeah. And so, and the Atlanta housewives are like, we're out. We don't want any, the place like clears out.
Yeah.
And then there's and Cynthia said, in all my time at the show, this is the lowest I've ever seen anything get. And, so that's what, and then there's a slide at the end of the show that says, bravo, stop filming with Kenya after this.
Well, they say like, there's all this talk of, after the Me Too movement, it's like, if you show someone a dick pic or a nude pic without them saying, yes, I would like to see that right now, that's like sexual assault.
Yes, Jordan?
Well, I was going to say, the bad part of it and the sad part of it was that, like you said, it was Kenya's opening of her store that she's worked so hard for, and that it's been Kenya Moore hair care for years, and it was like a big moment for her.
Why
and
did she
like
do that?
She should have been celebrating herself, but instead she used the time to like do revenge porn and bring somebody else down. And at the end of the day, it was such a bad look for Kenya.
Yeah, why would
and
she
she
do that?
sabotaged herself and her business.
Yeah.
That was on somebody's somebody's podcast. Now, Kenya, where's the hold on, here it is. This is what Kenya said. Kenya's response was, the two co-hosts are extremely ignorant. Sexual assault is rape. Remember, that's what Phaedra accused Candy of attempting to do to Portia. Revenge porn. If someone showed Kim K's sex tape to you, is that revenge porn? I found that plus tons others online. She signed a release for it, so it's a fair receipt. Warning, if you are not an attorney and familiar with Georgia law, then shut the fuck up. Sick of the bias and selective outrage. These comments should not be aired. It's a podcast. Where is legal? You don't want activated Kenya. I shouldn't have shown at my event, but for the love of God, why would they ignore a clear gun threat? Kenya, here's the link for if anybody wants to express their views. Here's the link. Kenya. Oh, Kenya. Kenya, what you're not going to do is, ma'am, what you're not going to do, Kenya, is you're not going to try to make it like, I didn't do anything. Oh my God, I didn't do anything. As if people are making what you did worse than what it actually is. You're vile. You're vile. You make up all of the horrible attributes of this show. All of the horrible attributes of the Housewives show is epitomized through you. You're the personification of every horrible attribute on this show. You committed a crime on a nationally syndicated television show. Let's be clear. Someone saying, I have a pistol, while you may deem that as a threat, it is legal for someone, if they are a licensed gun owner, to have a pistol on them. It is in some states illegal to brandish said, in some states, it is illegal to brandish your firearm, but it is not illegal for you to have said firearm in the great state of Georgia. And it's not illegal also for you to announce, I have a firearm in the great state of Georgia. What is illegal in the great state of Georgia is what could be considered revenge porn. You came out at the beginning of your whole little soliloquy monologue telling us that you hired a private investigator. You said that. You offered that information, Kenya. You said, oh, I hired a private investigator. It is illegal to post porn in a public building, no matter if it's private, if that public building isn't licensed for that. You in states, if you're going to show porn, you have to actually have in a business. We're not talking someone's home. In a business, you have to have certain licensing to show nudity inside of a public building. That's if it's a business, which is considered, even if it's a private business, you still have to have certain clearances in order to openly show nudity like that. You have to have clearances for that. It's not just a free for all. You can't just say, "Oh, this is my store, and if I want to have pictures of people sucking dick on the wall, I'm gonna do that." You can't do that. That is illegal. Now she's talking about legal. She could find herself in a legal situation, which is why Bravo had no issue saying, "Girl, you got to go." Hey, Paul. Trade went a little longer today, Paul. Because I see you over there smiling real hard in that picture, Paul. Trade must have went a little longer today. Got you that extra. Not extra, but extra smile. Trade was over there wetting your whistle, Paul. Anyway, ma'am, you were so bothered, Kenya, okay? And like I always say, Kenya, you have had people do and say some of the worst things in the world to you. And you've done and said some of the worst things in the world to some other people. Why you let this Brittany Edie girl get you to the point where you over there posting pictures of her filleting someone is beyond my level of comprehension. Yes, Xavier. You're on mute, Xavier. You ready,
You can hear me?
Xavier?
See, I hate when y'all have to make me defend people I don't like. I don't even like Kenya because I think she's been vile, and I think that
the woman is vile.
But see, here's my thing. This doesn't surprise me. I think I'm confused why people are surprised that Kenya sunk this low at her own event. Kenya always goes too far. She went too far with that damn blowhorn. She went too far when she was all up on Phaedra's husband. She went too far when she was threatening to call the police because somebody knocked on her door last season. She went too far with Kim Fields. Kenya goes too far. But listen, I'm sorry. I don't care if it's not a threat. In any place of business, you have a heated conversation with your coworker, and all of a sudden you talk about how you gonna run her over and you gonna have a gun and all that.
But she didn't say she was going to shoot her. She did
why
not.
would
She
you
said, "I
talk
have my
about having
pistol."
Well, what would you use what is a pistol for? Shooting people. Girl, don't play with me.
No,
Don't play
I
with me.
understand that, but Xavier, we got to talk legalities, okay? We have to talk legalities.
If we're going to talk legalities, then she didn't commit RP either. If I can find you sucking dick on a pole somewhere, I just found you sucking dick on a pole. Now,
Well, I'm not arguing whether or not somebody was sexually assaulted or raped by her showing a picture. What I am saying is that's revenge porn. That it is. It's just what it is.
How you get the porn? If you say, okay, so if we post RYM and start clowning him, would that count as revenge porn?
Not if he's already posted it.
Exactly.
If he has posted it.
Well, the pictures were already out
there.
He
posted it. And here's the deal. Not only does he have to post it, but the person he's with has to give consent as well.
No.
Yes.
And maybe it's different in different states I'm saying this because we've seen this. Maybe you haven't, but we saw this exact situation with Cardi B and Akbar V. It
With
was the same.
Akbar.
Yeah, remember when Cardi posted Akbar's photo,
Mm-hmm.
and then Akbar was talking about she was going to sue her for RP, and that went what? Nowhere.
Akbar sued for the wrong thing. Akbar was supposed to sue. Akbar, I thought you would say RAPE, RP. It depends on what state Akbar was in. It really depends. And we know Akbar can't afford no attorneys. Akbar might have been defending herself in that damn case. Let's be clear. But
To take down Cardi B.
for revenge porn, if you're showing illicit pictures of multiple people, both people have to either have posted it themselves and or give consent. And here's the other part. How do I know?
Anybody else except Brit?
Huh?
She didn't post anybody except Brit.
She posted Brit sucking dick.
It wasn't dick. It was a cucumber.
What?
It wasn't a real penis. It was a
Your
cucumber.
phone keep going in and out like you covering the microphone part.
It wasn't a dick. It was a cucumber. It was her deep throating a cucumber.
I thought it was her deep throating somebody's peen.
No. You know, back in the day when we had that whole cucumber phase.
JT, I see you in the background. Are you ready? All right.
You remember the days when people were doing that whole sucking on cucumbers and bananas, remember? And they were like, the parties they were having. It
So
was from
that's
back
what
in
she
those.
posted. Because from what I understand, from everything I read, it was actual flesh. It was a flesh cucumber.
I heard it was cucumber, and that's how she was able to find the pictures.
From what I understand, it was an actual penis that she was sucking. Hey, Shay. Yeah, that's what everybody's saying, that it was an actual peen. Everything that I've heard said no, it was an actual peen.
Well, Kenya said cucumber, so I don't know. But either way, I'm sorry. Brit should have been.
You
If Brit
can't
had been
listen.
fired, from the beginning, none of this would have been happened.
Now,
Exactly.
and now, wait a minute. Hold on. Let's be clear. I've stated from the beginning, both of them should have been gone. Both of them should have been gone immediately.
If they had stopped it at the beginning.
However, what I'm saying is, Kenya, what you can't do is try to come out here as if people are painting you in a negative light, or people are doing too much, or people making a mountain out of a molehill. Ma'am, you put up on a placard a picture of the woman sucking dick. Ma'am, you did that. And like you said, Xavier, Bravo is guilty as well, because Bravo has allowed that whore to go way too far so many times. That's why she felt emboldened. Kenya felt emboldened because she has done, like you said, so many fucking things, and Bravo did not bat an eye. And I feel like Bravo thought it wasn't going to be that bad until they saw the reaction of the fellow housewives and the people that were there.
What happened is that, remember, this was the
JT, you good? You went in and out. Let me know if you're good. Okay.
Yeah, can you hear me?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm driving. My
time when
bad.
everybody
All right,
that was
Hold on, Xavier.
yes,
Let me see what JT was about to say. I don't want his thing to go out again.
no, no, I was just saying that I Kenya my girl, so I got to come up here and defend her. So I don't know, like I feel that, like you said, if I got rid of Kenya, they should have got rid of Brit. They should have got rid of both of them. I admit Kenya, she went too far. She was wrong. Like she went too far. But I do feel on this show that it is a double standard, because I feel like Kenya is always feed her held to the fire for everything she do. You have other people on this show. You got Portia on there that literally took somebody else's husband, and now on the show, and now people act like they can't even talk about it.
well,
Like,
that's not illegal. That's
yeah,
just
it's not
unethical.
illegal. It's not
Well, it's
illegal,
not even
but
unethical. That's just bad morals.
but it's scrutiny. You had Phaedra Phaedra did do something. Phaedra did spread a lie that could have got Candy locked up, and saying that she was trying to RP somebody or SA someone. And now she's paraded on Bravo like she's the doll of Bravo now. She's going from show to show and they love her. But I feel like I do feel like Kenya is scrutinized. I do feel like they do hold her feet to the fire a lot more. And but I like I said, I admit for this, she was wrong. She should not have showed that girl pictures. But as far as legality reasons, we don't know. Nobody knows. We don't know because everything was blurred out. We don't know what was on it. We just know it was a naked picture. We don't know if it was her, the girl was doing whatever, but we don't know what was on it. We're speculating that it's from the internet, but we don't know. So I just feel like right now it's a lot of speculation, but I feel like the girl's not locked up. Neither one of them are locked up. So obviously, if it was something legal, there would have been some legal action going on by now. And it
My
hasn't gone on.
my thought on it
Yeah.
is, like I said yesterday, I believe
Hmm.
there was legal action and lawyers were involved. And I believe the deal that was brokered was Kenya got to go because what she did holds up in a court of law, is illegal, and she got to go. And
Yeah.
Brittany's lawyer got the best of it. Kenya could bring her lawyers out, but I'm sure her lawyers probably advised her, "Hey, boo boo, you don't have two legs to stand on with this." And Bravo knew that Brittany, with the right lawyers, could take Bravo ass down with Kenya because they allowed it to be filmed, and this is their show.
Mhm.
But then why did they
But we're
start?
not gonna act. Yeah, but we're not gonna act like though. Telling someone if you in a heated argument with somebody and you tell them, "Yeah, I got my whatever on me. I got a I don't want to say
Mhm.
nothing on here, but I got it on me." That's not threatening. If you tell somebody I got something on you, the next thing I'm thinking, oh yeah, well you about to use it. If you saying you got it on you, that's saying you about to use it. So that is a threat. We're not gonna act like that's not a threat.
And as you said, if
Mm-hmm.
Kenya was a different type of person, Kenya would have got
Mm-hmm.
her own Glock and shot her up too. So see,
Mm-hmm.
Now, no,
this was very mock.
listen. What I'm saying is, and when I think legalities of it all, because I had a situation where, um, I, I had a situation with a student. A student, told another student that, hey, I got my shit on me, da 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 da. And there was a whole court case. I remember having to go testify because I happened to be in the hallway, telling them to go to class when it was made, and I heard it. But the legality of the situation was when we got to that courthouse, the judge said he heard everything. Is that what he said? They even had witnesses that said, yeah, that's what he said. The judge said, did you see the gun? Did he brandish the gun? Do you have have you ever seen him with a gun before? Do you have any indication that there was an actual gun on his person that he could have used?
Mm-hmm.
And when they said no, the judge says, there's nothing we could do here. We're not going to hear anymore. Case dismissed.
Yeah.
But there
But
was
what about the
nothing.
But
whip?
but I'm saying too. But okay, let's say this. Let's say it's not it's
Demetri, hold
legal.
on one second,
But
JT. Demetri, you on mute. Let me know when you're ready. You're on mute, Demetri.
Mhm.
Go ahead,
Yeah,
JT, then Xavier.
but I was gonna say, but one thing is though, if you're on a job, and if I'm on a job and I tell somebody, oh, if I get into an argument with one of my coworkers and I say to them, I got a Glock on me, I got a gun, whatever on me. If they go to HR on you, and then there's proof that you said that to them, you would immediately be terminated.
That may be true. You might be
Hmm.
terminated, but legally, if you go to court, the first thing that's going to happen is they're going to say, did you call the
But
police? Did the
but
police
that
check?
but I'm saying that's Bravo should have handled that. If they would have
Well,
handled
no,
that when that
like I
was
said,
happened,
Bravo
yeah.
should have fired.
Hmm.
Bravo should have fired both of them. I'm with you on that.
Hmm.
Both of their asses should have been gone. Kenya should have been gone several seasons ago, if you ask me. But that's a whole nother story. But both of them should have been gone because Kenya's vile. She's vile.
I don't feel
Demetria,
she's
you
Wow.
no
still
more
on
violent
mute?
than anyone else.
Demetria, you still on mute? Sweetheart, I don't want you to I don't know if you're trying to come off mute. Let me know when you're ready. But listen, this is Bravo. Well, we don't have people fight. We don't have people dog walk each other. We don't have all kinds of shit on Bravo. I think we haven't had this, But I think what happened is Brittany lawyered up. And Brittany went down to Miss Cohen, and she told Miss Cohen, well, I don't think Miss Cohen was there, but she told the rest of the Bravo people, hey, bitch, hey, whore, the woman committed reverse porn. And if y'all don't do something about her, you're gonna have some lawsuits. And Bravo's executives went to their legal team and said, "What's the likelihood of us having legal?" And their legal team probably said, "Yeah, y'all need to make this go away. Go find a compromise. Go find something." Because I promise you, if it were really in legal scrutiny, guess what would have happened? We would have never saw it. That shit would have never made it on air. Think about it.
That's what I'm saying. That's why I don't think. That's why I don't think Kenya should. I don't think Kenya.
I
That's why I don't
think
think it should
Bravo
get
made
RP.
I think Bravo made Brit sign some paperwork saying you can't sue us
Why would
over
they?
this.
But why would they protect Kenya?
Oh, I hear you now, Demetria. I ain't hear you before. There you go. Hey, Demetria.
Hey, this is a mess. I like Team Twirl. I do. I like Team Twirl. Um, what? Hold on 1 second.
Hey, Liz, go. You still on mute. Let me know, Liz, go, when you ready. You still on mute. But listen,
I'm sorry. I'm sorry, y'all. That
no
was
problem.
my child walked out of here wearing I don't know preteens. Parents, pray for us, okay? Kenya took it too far, but if we gonna really go down a rabbit hole of things, Portia should not have been able to come back either. Portia has put her hands on several people on that show. I mean, she
Oh,
just
I'm
has.
with you.
She's the ghetto queen of Decatur, little Miss Tatiana. So she should have been gone because Portia is just as vile.
Hmm.
Look at her
Absolutely. I'm
spinoff.
with you.
Look at her spinoff. Look at her spinoff. That showed her true self right there. She was mad at the woman that Dennis brought to the little vacation.
That's why when everybody kept saying they wanted Portia back, I'm looking at I'm like, Portia,
No.
not her.
And I'm gonna tell you something like this. I don't care for Marlo Hampton at all. But if they were gonna bring on somebody like Britt, they should have let Marlo stay.
Well, there
They
you
should have
have
let
that
Marlo
too.
stay because I wanted Marlo to clown Portia about Simon. That's the only reason why I wanted that help on there, because she real good and
Oh boy.
she can reach down. I like I said, I don't care for her, but at the end of the day, remember Teresa Judice's husband showed a video of what was old girl they were beefing, was it Vanessa on the New Jersey
New
wife?
Jersey.
Yeah, yeah, he showed a video, an inappropriate video, and nothing happened to him, not a damn thing. So Bravo,
Hey,
they
Liz,
need to
go.
get it right. They need to get it right. And from
That's
Be
this
why I
point
fair.
forward,
believe. That's why I believe that Miss Cohen and the Bravo execs had lawyers. Hey,
hmm
Liz, go. We hear you.
yeah, yeah, that's exactly what she did, and she was able to skate through. So I hope that she gained, and that if that was her biggest thing to do in life was to take down Kenya Moore, then baby, your goal setting is not very high. But I'll let somebody else talk.
Here's my question. I don't even remember what Brittany Edie does. What does she do? Because I know Kelly got the
We
little
still
waffle
don't
place.
know.
She does insurance.
It's 4 episodes, well, 5 episodes. We still ain't seen this girl do nothing but
I
have
know.
conversations.
What's her name? Angela. She married to Charles Oakley, so all she got to do is get her box beat in
Right.
by a former NBA player,
Yeah,
Insurance.
and
that's
she all
that's
right.
it.
We
Lay
know
there and take
Kelly.
it.
She got the
hmm Yeah, lay there and take
It's
it.
a
and
business
well,
with her
Charles
sisters.
Oakley is notorious for being a bad boy. Like he likes to
Yeah,
fight
but
guys.
you know what? You know what, Charles, he really ain't a bad looking salt and pepper man. And he say
Well,
what's
if
on
you
his
remember when
mind.
he played in the NFL, he spent a lot of not the NFL, NBA. He spent a lot of years with the New York Knicks. He was the one you ain't want to fuck with because he will fuck you
Yeah,
up. That's why
yeah.
when Portia was over here, oh, I got some secrets on Charles Oakley. In my mind, I was like,
She
ma'am,
probably
that's
been
not the
in
one you want
Charles's
to fuck with.
bed. Look, she probably done adorn Charles' bed because you know that's how she is. But you know, and I know Portia ain't the topic of conversation, but I got to say this:
Miss Kiki
she
say,
is in a
Brittany do insurance companies allegedly.
okay.
Sisters.
Um, Portia is an embarrassment to her grandfather's legacy. I'm sorry.
She absolutely is.
She is. Like
Absolutely
your
is.
granddad got his head beat in Selma next to John Lewis, and
Mm-hmm.
you out here on national TV just acting any old kind of way
Just
and just
clowning
doing
around.
any kind of thing. Like you come from, well, she does come from Diane, so there's that.
Portia is
So,
technically an outside child. Remember.
well, yeah, but yeah, well, yeah.
Mm.
Lord have mercy. All
Had
right,
an
y'all
outside
go
child tells
ahead.
me the family was already messed up. Portia is just the symptom.
Honey, she is.
Um, listen. I'm glad I got y'all. Y'all don't go nowhere. Y'all stay right up here. I'm glad I got y'all up here because I need y'all to explain this. Now I already know what Xavier is about to say. I'm just Xavier. I know what you gonna say, Xavier. Okay. So according Xavier, you got your hand over the microphone again.
Who's that in the
Xavier, you
middle?
got your hand over your microphone again. No, we can't hear you now. It's muffled. According to the billboards, Nicki Minaj is the greatest female rapper of all time.
That's a goddamn lie.
That's what
Wait,
I'm
what they
just
say?
telling you
What
what they
happened?
said.
That's a damn lie. I was born under the Reagan administration. I was born in 1982, and Nicki Minaj ain't no. You know what? See stuff like that be pissing me off. Cause who is deciding it?
Wait, what
You know
happened? What
this.
happened? What happened?
They said Billboard magazine said your girl Nicki Minaj is the greatest female rapper of all time. Here's the list. Number one is Nicki Minaj. Number two is Missy Elliott. Number three is Lauryn Hill. Number four is Little Kim. Number five is Queen Latifah. Number six is MC Light. Number seven is Salt and Pepper. Number eight is Roxanne Shante. Number nine is Eve. Number 10 is Foxy Brown. How is Foxy all the way down at number 10? Who the
At
fuck made
10.
this list?
That's what I'm asking. It had to be some
How?
kids that are in the 11th grade probably made that list.
Let me keep going. Wait a minute. Oh, it gets worse. Here's number 11,
Don't
Cardi
piss me off.
B. Number 12 is the Brat. The fact that you put Cardi
You
B right behind Foxy and put her in the same, I'm not with y'all. Trina is number 13.
now
Left
they
Eye
could
is
have
number
gave
4.
Trina and Brad a little bit more respect than that. Come on now.
Left Eye is number 14. Megan Z is 15.
Tory
Doja
Lanez
Cat
made
is
this.
16.
Tory
Rhapsody
Lanez
is
made this in
17.
jail. Tory Lanez
Remy
made this
Ma
in
is
jail.
18. Remy Ma is all the way down to 18.
Tory Lanez made
Lotto
this
is
list.
19. Moni Love is 20. When I was a little boy, I used to think Moni Love was a dude. I ain't gonna lie, I did when I was a little boy. No, Moni Love is not a dude.
No, Xavier.
No, she's not a dude.
Oh my gosh.
I said I used to think when I was because she used to wear all of the boy clothes
Uh
and
huh.
stuff like that. Mo, listen, Mona used to wear all the boy clothes back in the day.
She did.
Yes, that is Moni in the middle. Yeah, that's Moni.
That's y'all low down.
Glorilla is number 21. Lady of Rage is 22. I just want to know who made this list. Gangsta Boo is 23. Dochi is 24. And Tierra Whack is 25. I don't know who made this list.
What is what? This list is horrible.
It is. That list got
Besides
pissed
Nicki being on
on.
top, because that's accurate. She's the queen of this shit, and a lot of people don't pay her the enough respect for it.
She's
But
not number one. I'm sorry.
she's not.
Shit.
Who is she?
No,
No,
What
no.
number is she?
not number one. I can tell you that.
She ain't number one to me.
So you don't think that she, after the longest
No,
reign as
no.
the rap queen of rap in this bit
I don't
since
I
give a
don't
since
give a
I
damn
don't
how many
care.
songs she has. The whore is not number one. No
I don't
means no, and
care.
yes means no.
I don't care. I go on quality, not
and the
Right.
quantity.
quality is there.
I
The
don't care if you got 50 albums. If
Listen,
49 of your albums sound the same, you ain't shit.
Have
You
first
just
y'all
of
letting
listened
the
to
all,
Pink?
if
machine.
Wait,
your
so
You
wait, wait, wait,
just
best,
wait.
let.
So have y'all listened to all of her albums?
if your
Yes.
best, if your
I'm a
best
music
songs
lover,
are
so I'm not
features,
gonna criticize you if I ain't listen to your shit.
not
So you think
Xavier.
Queen sounds the same as Pink Print?
Hold on,
Oh
Xavier. Let me say
gosh.
this. Let me say this. I actually love hearing Nicki on a feature so much that when her albums come out, I go and listen to the albums because I be
Hmm.
wanting her to go as hard as she do when
Her
she
feature
feature.
slap. I will give her that. Her feature
All her
slap.
features, I be like, hell yeah, bitch. And
Yeah.
then she puts out an album, I be like, oh God. Every time. She never
Well,
fails.
that's because at her core, Nicki is a battle rapper, so she feels like she has to
She be
wash.
doing too much on her regular album. She be trying to be all creative and shit.
But
Thank you,
again, you have
L
to remember,
Love.
Nicki Minaj is a theater kid. She's always gonna go the extra mile.
I'm just saying, I be wanting they had Salt and Pepper on that. Salt and Pepper, I forgot what number they was. They was number like 7 or something like that. Salt and Pepper
El Teddy. How
Now, what
bad
y'all
do
should
you
be talking
think?
about is Cardi B being
How
on
bad do
7.
number
you think?
in the
How
top
bad do
10.
you think MC Light would eat Nicki Minaj the fuck up in a rap battle? So she's a battle rapper.
Yeah, Nicki Minaj. Hell, Nicki Minaj would get ate down by MC Light. You know who else would eat her up? Foxy. I
Yeah,
want people to put respect on my girl Foxy.
Foxy.
Foxy has one
Foxy would
album that y'all
kill this
overhyped.
Foxy.
girl.
Y'all don't. Foxy was blackballed. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
They
she
they did that
was.
girl wrong. Jay
No,
Z
she
is
was blackballed because
responsible
she
for.
couldn't, because the way y'all think Nicki Minaj acts is the way Foxy actually was acting.
Oh,
What do you mean by that?
Xavier,
She
Xavier,
was beefing with
baby.
everybody. Remember when she called Queen Latifah a dyke in front of everybody?
Okay, but that's what they did in rap. They was going there. So what are we talking
But it
about?
wasn't even on. But she kept on doing it outside of the music,
But what
and
I'm
then
saying is
she.
we're talking about the music, Xavier. We're talking about
We're
that.
talking about the music.
But that's
We
We
what
talking about
I'm
the
it,
saying.
music.
That's
I would not have no problem with Nicki Minaj if she was slapping like that.
We're talking about the
but she
music.
is. She's
Mm-mm,
amazing.
mm-mm. Foxy was that girl. Where and Roxanne Shante was that girl too now.
Yeah, she was.
Why are y'all mentioning people who only have like 2 or 3 albums?
We don't.
Exactly.
You know, young people don't understand quality bodies of work. One quality body of work will kill 50
So
of a
you if you put out a
mediocre
bunch of
album.
trash, so for you,
But it's
Xavier,
not
it's
trash
quantity,
though.
right? It's
It's
just a bunch of
quality after
trash.
quality. Amazing albums after excellence. Excellence after divinity. What she does, nobody else can do. That's why she has lasted so
Who
long.
does? Xavier. We gonna move on, Xavier. We're not gonna let you gaslight us like this, Xavier. That's what we're not gonna do.
It's not gaslighting if it's true.
It's not.
Xavier, please. You doing the most.
Listen,
You doing the
Xavier be
most.
doing the absolute most.
Like,
The walking STD,
oh
sexy
Jesus.
red.
That's a
She
water
said
bug.
that she's
That's a water
She
bug. That
says
girl a water bug.
she says she can expose a whole lot of rappers and a lot of other people's that be in her DMs. She's just choosing to keep it cute.
I mean,
That's
I'm
what
not
she said.
surprised. Is anybody surprised that rappers would be in her DMs?
I'm not surprised because they know she's easy.
Exactly.
Yeah,
So
it's
like,
free. It's free. Give her $40
That's just like all us
and a
grew up
pack of
with that
Swishers.
grandma, with our grandmother or that aunt that had the little candy dish on the coffee table. And every time you went, you opened up the candy dish, got you a little piece of candy. It might have been a little strawberry candy or butterscotch, but you always got you a piece of candy as a child and ate it. That's what Sexy Red is. She's the candy dish. You're going to go in there, get you a piece of candy and keep it moving. It might not be good candy. You might be mad afterwards that you had it. You
Hmm.
might even put it in your mouth and spit it out, but you still gonna take some of that candy.
Yeah.
And that's what she is. She's a walking candy
Uh-huh.
dish.
Uh-huh.
Mhm.
Sexy has two songs that I like. I really, really, really hope she changes up her
I
next.
really thought you was gonna say Sexy has 2 STDs. I really thought that's what you was gonna say. Cause when I see her, that's all I think about is STDs and STIs.
Yeah, she is a little
That's why I
she
call
is
her
a dirty
fans the
girl.
STDs.
She is a dirty girl.
She
Like
says she's the raw dog queen. That's
that's
what she said out of her mouth.
that's what we would call the girls when we were in undergrad that were like just wore out freak hoes, set hoes.
The woman
Um
says she's the queen of
yeah,
raw dog. Now I don't know what y'all want from me. I'm just telling you what she said.
that's
She
gross.
said
Well, I saw her little tape, and it wasn't given that much. So she's not the
it
queen of
wasn't
anything.
giving it. I saw the little sex tape she had that came out too. It really wasn't giving like that. It really
Now
was not.
oh six in there. You can't be out here saying that and you ain't putting in the work, girl.
She
She
wasn't
was
even. She was just laying there.
but that was the position. But she didn't. She wasn't even like how you lay in there and
Right.
you start moving back and you start you.
Right.
She wasn't doing that.
Girl, it wasn't giving.
Oh yeah,
It
my
really
mom is
wasn't.
frying me some chicken wings right now. Oh, they are gonna be so good.
Don't make me hungry. I could go for some chicken wings right now.
I'm supposed
Yeah.
to be on a diet, so.
Um, Lil Boosie was in a car accident. We don't care.
And he survived.
I know, right?
What
Girl.
the
Like,
hell?
are y'all sure he ain't down to the morgue? No, he made it. No injury. No.
Is he
Lord
some
have
sort of
mercy.
cat? He must made him and Dick Cheney. They made deals with the devil. You can't tell me no different.
They like cockroaches. They never die.
Hey, not hey, keep Kenny in your prayers, okay? Brit too. All these
Now
women need to reevaluate their lives.
they
But
do.
carry on.
Uh, Sean Combs says that he expects Trump to pardon him. He's already asked your president Donald John for a complete pardon, and he's expecting to get one.
So he's
Ooh,
expecting to be found guilty then.
he expecting a miracle.
No, but he's
Well, this
he's
could be a
so,
preemptive pardon. It just like Joe Biden did the preemptive pardons
Uh-huh.
before he left office. He could be expecting Donald Trump to give him a preemptive pardon.
I can see it happening.
I
Now,
can see it
Donald Trump
happening. But
is willing to be
what does
sold.
Diddy hope to gain after this pardon?
He gonna continue to do the same in
But I
Right.
people.
but I don't think he
Exactly.
can because the whole good guy Diddy thing that act is over once you accept the pardon.
Everybody knew that
Nobody
he
thought Diddy
wasn't a
was a
good
good guy.
guy
Yeah,
anyway. So his
nobody
followers
thought he
and
was a
his
good guy.
friends are still gonna carry on like ain't nothing
I
happened.
Yep.
that
It's nothing
I'm
is
talking
gonna
about like the
change.
celebrity
He still
wise.
he gonna
Like
get his baby
people are not
oils
gonna
out of
go and have
storage
Diddy
and
tributes
continue to be the
anymore.
same nasty man.
Not the baby or the baby or. Mm,
Like that's
mm.
just sick, man. Like for real. If this happens, that's exactly what he's gonna do. He's gonna get out and he's gonna continue to do the same stuff. He's not gonna be sorry. He's not gonna apologize. It's just not gonna happen. He's gonna continue to just run amok and just do whatever. And
I
yeah.
mean, it's par for the course. How many other celebrities and rappers and things have sold their souls to the devil with
Hmm.
this man? So I
Dang
mean, it
near
But
the
makes
we're
whole
sense.
but
In
industry.
no,
our
I'm not gonna
last
say
story
that
of the
because
day,
Snoop Dogg just had another commercial. So
child. In our last story of the day, that's some dude named G Herbo. I don't know who that is. He
he's
said he
Ari the
has
Don's baby
a
daddy.
new strand. Who, baby daddy?
Ari the Don.
I don't know who that is either.
Yeah, I don't know who that
I
is
don't know these
either.
people.
You know? Okay. Do you remember Meg's first boyfriend? Meg the Stallion's first boyfriend.
No, baby.
Vaguely.
Xavier, Xavier, we in our 40s, baby. I don't know some of these young folk as the
I vaguely remember the first dude that Megan was with.
Well,
Because
he's
I
a
think we
rapper, and he's
reported on
currently
him about
dating Ari
something.
the Don, and she's like the blueprint of she's the current blueprint of baby mamas. You know, they post on social media, have them on YouTube.
Hmm.
She's on a reality TV show. What's it? Her best friend Tucson, who does hair.
oh, okay.
Okay.
She has a
I'm
cooking
just going to say,
channel.
okay. I don't know you, sir. Anyway, he said y'all need to watch out for that new flu because and he in the hospital. And he said it ain't no joke. That's what he said. I'm just, listen.
He's supposed to be in jail.
Now, they said this recent strain of the flu is the worst that the CDC has seen in 15 years. And they say around 25,000 people have already died from this strain of the flu
And ain't nobody told
over
us
this last
nothing.
winter.
Well, they did
So he
cut the
said it ain't no
CDC.
joke. Listen, I don't know. I ain't got nothing to do with it. Okay. I don't know this man. I get the flu shot every year because I don't play with y'all. I get every
Yeah.
vaccine and every flu thing they get.
Me
Y'all give me the
too.
vaccine, I'll be down there. Don't worry about it.
Yep. Yep.
I'm not playing with these people.
Yeah, I don't play around either. I get me a flu shot. My daughter
Harold
too.
said he don't know these people either. Harold, let me ask you a question, Harold. Harold, why didn't you click the link? You're a whole ass hall monitor, Harold, and your ass did not come up here and click the link. Now, what the hell you got going on, Harold, that you can't click the motherfucking link?
Harold, come on up. I'm finna drop down, Harold. You
Harold
come
ain't
on
come
up.
up. Harold over there preparing to go see Trade. So he might be listening to us from the bathroom, trying to make sure the water is coming out clean before he goes down there to see somebody straight.
Oh. Uh-huh.
Don't it? You hate
Nah,
when the water
listen.
don't come out clear.
My
Be there 30 damn minutes.
my good niece Harold, she got that good over there. She brings all the boys to the yard down to the Alabamas. And she got to make sure that trade, is taken care of. Shay, send me a DM so that I can add you to the Discord group. Also, L Love, make sure you send me a DM so you can be added to the Discord group as well, L Love, okay? Any
Speaking of trade,
members?
El Teddy, I commend you for finding a good picture of G Herbo because the man is ugly as sin. So you found a
Oh, okay.
you found a good picture of him.
What I'm lying about, Harold? Why I got to be lying? Y'all see how Harold do me? He ain't right. He is not right.
That's because you tried to took his man.
His man,
Yeah, y'all would fight in the chat about his man.
child. He ain't got one. If you talk about Jimmy Butler, listen, Harold. Every time you kiss him, Harold, you know what you kissing.
That's
And if
just
his
trifling.
booty hole kind of loose, that's because I've been back there
Okay, okay.
giving him the best that I got.
See. That man is don't make him verse.
It's nothing wrong with being verse.
But but it messes up the fantasy
Why?
because who wants to see Jimmy Butler's ass bent over? He's straight, and you know they don't wash
Who says
properly.
that he has to be bent over? I like doing it standing up. You could be laid down. Why you got to be bent over? Everybody might not like doggy style. Who wants? Everybody might not like cheeks clapped.
I prefer collapsed doggy, but that's just me.
Collapsed doggy.
Y- Yeah.
Oh, okay. I'll figure out what that is. Collapsed doggy. I don't. Wait. Collapsed. What happened to the dog that he got collapsed? Is that like
No.
face down, ass up?
Well, your face is down, your ass is up, but they're right on top of you. They're not like their face is supposed to be right near yours.
Oh.
So
Oh,
collapse.
so the other dog is collapsed on top of you.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Okay. I got you. I'm picturing it. Okay. Listen, Uncle Jay, once you get to a certain age, that ride should be played out. Cause baby, them knees be done gave out, honey. You be like, girl, I can't be
Wait,
doing all this.
wait
You
a
got
minute. So
a good 90 seconds, but baby, after that, my knees be like, sorry, we're not doing no more of this.
I'm
That
not
shit
trying
is
that
worse
at all.
than
I
gut
feel like you
walking.
see. I'm not gonna do that. I find that so unattractive anyway. I feel like that's such a ungainly position.
What?
Riding like that on your
I don't
not
like
on your knees,
riding.
but on your feet.
Oh, let me get out of here. Really be his live. Let me send y'all over there. Cause Ravine gonna go over there and say that I made y'all late. Y'all ain't missed nothing but the intro. Lord. Thank you for coming up, Xavier. Thank you for coming up, JT. Thank you for coming up, Lizgo. And thank you for coming up, Demetria. Thank y'all for coming up and talking to me, even though Harold. Bitch, I'll fuck you up by McCart Brooks. Don't ever listen, Harold. Harold, stay out of my house, okay? I'm like, King Solomon had 700 wives and 300 concubines. I got 700 husbands and 300 concubines. And McCart Brooks stays in heavy rotation. We'll fuck you up. We've been on McCart Brooks since he was eggs. Okay? Since back in the day when he was eggs. And he was in that open field blowing Ratina Wesley's back out on True Blood. Remember on True Blood when McCart Brooks was eggs and him and Ratina Wesley was in that open field and they got possessed or whatever, and he was over there blowing her back out. I was like, oh. I had to go over there and fuck Ratina Wesley ass up. Girl. Hell, they told me you was over there in the kitchen with Nelson Ellis before he passed away. You was over there in that kitchen down to the restaurant at True Blood. You went over there. I ain't even let you look at my man like that. I'll fuck you up, Harold. Next thing you know, you're gonna be trying to claim my man Tyler Williams. Hell, I'll let you have Tyler James Williams little brother. I'll let you have him. I'm taking Tyler. I'm about to see y'all over there. As I always say, I love y'all. I love y'all on y'all. Thank you all for being vocal present and active. Thank you for doing what you do. Thank you for any and all contributions. Look at Harold. Thank you for any and all contributions that you make to the channel. They are much obliged and much appreciated. If you want to donate to the platform, you can do so with using that QR code, or you can do that with the information scrolling on the bottom. Y'all are silly. Anyway, I'm about to get out of here, y'all. We have Red, Blue, and Black. Be back around here at 8:30. I will catch y'all at 8:30 tonight with Cams, where we got a lot to discuss. All right. Until 8:30 tonight. Thank y'all for coming. Y'all drive safely. I'm out. Love y'all. I'm sending y'all.